Hi guys, welcome back to the studio. Today we're going to talk about some line design and some pattern drawing for our copper tooling, and we're going to work on a smaller piece to go on our notebook. Okay, so first what you can do if you want is to take your notebook and draw around it. And that way you know what kind of size you're working with. Alright, so I'm going to work in pen just so that you can see it better. So what I would do is I would draw, lots of different designs and then choose one that you like, okay? So I would draw around my notebook because also I have two different ones in the box. See, there's a square one and then some people got the one that has a little bit of a rounded edge too, just to let you know, okay? So draw around it several times, maybe do at least 4, maybe 12, however many you want. And with all design, I think it's kind of nice to start with lines and just think about lines. It's super simple. Okay, so for instance, like this one, we could think of lines that also make circles, zigzags, all kind of swirly patterns. We've talked about this before, but so if you just even drew a circle and did a line design, maybe say you want it to look like a sun. Alright. But to add a little interest, what you can do is to make these rays a little bit wider. Okay, see what I'm doing? I'm just going around the sun, make a little line, and then drawing the rays from it. Okay, maybe something like that. Super simple pattern. And then you could add a couple more little details. Maybe you want to put some lines inside here. Whoops. And as I'm going fast, but you guys take your time and do some nice work. So in each one of these rays, I can double it. Okay, that way when I tool it, I can have this line raised, and this negative space here, this could be like the positive where it's raised, and this negative space could be pushed down or just made flat. Okay, so this would be flat, these would be the raised areas. Okay, and then in here, the sun, you could make another circle too if you wanted to. All right, so that could be a design. How about if we did maybe instead of the sun, we could just start in the middle here and just go around and make kind of straight lines. We'll go around the circle. Maybe something like that. And you could double this one up too. Which when you tool it, this could be, again, the raised area. You could make this little bar here with your stylus. You could do it on the back side and make this line here. Okay. This could be the raised area and the, alright. I'm going to make my sketches a little bit smaller just because I want to go over a few things. Some ideas for you guys to think about, because it could be super simple line design that just turns out nice. Okay, once again, if we do like a sun motif, we could do the edge of this side of the paper, and we can make maybe a wiggly line and a straight line and a wiggly line, and maybe do the rays out this way. One maybe straight and then wiggly, something like that. Okay, just simple lines that turn out pretty cool. How about if we wanted to make maybe a little mountain scene? With a sun here. And again, we could do the rays. And then on the bottom, we can make these lines. Okay, that would be a nice little simple design. What if you, on your notebook, you wanted to write something? Okay, so maybe you wanted to write notes or inspire or art, or you wanted to have the notebook say something. You could break up your space and make little, maybe a little design down here. Perhaps you want to do like a leaf, maybe. Maybe you could write something like inspire. And you know, think about when you do your words, stretch them a little bit, you know, make them bigger, fatter, make them smaller. Just kind of, you know, go try different things. Like, well, I usually write it this way, but what if I made one capital, one a small letter, you know, capital and small, just kind of, or stretched it out, different things like that. Okay, so then like on this leaf we could have some lines like this, and maybe in here you want to draw something, maybe you want to do a flower or some kind of, maybe like a little picture frame, and something in here, who knows, and something here too. Okay, so just a couple ideas. So what if we, let's see, just draw a couple more here. I'm gonna make mine small again. Whoa! Of course, you guys can take your time and do yours. And I always like these little swirly marks. Just pretty easy to draw. They look kind of fun. Maybe one here. Something like that. And these you could double up also. Okay. All right, what else we do? Something, maybe circles, like circle flowers. You can make a big circle and a medium circle and then a small circle inside of it. Those are kind of fun. Turn them into flowers. Put little petals on. Whoops. Okay, and then maybe on the outside you could put little dots. Something like that. All right. What other things do I have here? Let's see. Some water is fun. You could do a little, like maybe some waves. And just do this repeating pattern. I think it looks really nice with the copper, and you know, that way you can work it both ways. You can go from the front and the back and have some of it pop out, some of it go in, kind of like the positive, negative, and the high and low relief. Like this would be the high and then go down, and I can show you on the copper in a second. But let's say we have like a little, maybe like a little sailboat or something floating up here. We could just make it kind of fun and cute. Something like that. What else? You could do, there's so many ideas. You could just really have so many of these little thumbnails, little mini sketches. You could divide your copper in half and do designs on all four, or just even do circles. Okay. I think circles and lines, they look really nice. I've had kids do whole scenes, you know, like house and trees and all kinds of stuff. But you can keep it simple and have it very successful also. All right. It's all up to you. And this little, you know, maybe keep the big scene or big like drawing for the 5x7, and this little mini sketchbook just do something a little simpler. Okay. This is kind of a fun design too. If you want to just do like water and maybe a little whale tail or coming out there, some water splashes, and then you could tool this to have this kind of design in it too if you want it. And actually down here you could turn these into fish. Okay, so put some fish in there if you want it. All right. Another one that I've seen where the sun, I like this kind of sun where you make a circle and then you take these lines and you make them like this. So the sun would just go around like that, and you could put little lines around it or make some kind of border. Okay, that would look nice also. So really, you guys, it's all up to you. You can make your whatever kind of design you want to. And like I already shown before, if you wanted to write a word in there like inspire, dream, or your name, you can do that too. So one other thing I want to show you, that when you're using your copper, you can also use other things. Let's say that you want to just make it like an impression of something. And you can take, I was looking around the studio, this is a big rock that I painted. So if I put the copper on here and maybe took a pencil and I rubbed it like this, you can get a texture to your copper, okay? So I'm just going to show you a couple different things. If you look around your house or look around your yard and think, well, I wonder what that would look like. You can make a nice little texture, okay? Or I was going to try this domino. See what that looks like. Okay, or maybe a key. Whoa, you can put a key in there, trace around that, and we rub it, do like a rubbing, and it's kind of fun too. How about spring? Kind of some fun lines also. Okay, just to let you know, there's some other things you can do with it. You can take a hammer, you could put something underneath there and hammer it. You could take even, I've seen people do, if they wanted holes through it in their design, they can take a little nail and a hammer and put some holes in the copper to make some different designs. And then let's say if I wanted to, if I was going to make a design, maybe I just wanted to do like even a circle. Say I wanted to make a circle, or maybe bigger than that. What you can also do is take some cardboard and form it into like a little shape and put it under the copper. Okay, and really I'm just going to use this pencil. What I was wanting to show you is how you can really make this copper pop out, okay? So if I took my time, I'm kind of trying to hurry, but if I took my time, I could put something underneath the copper and really expand it, all right? So if I took my time and just kept doing this and went from that side, and then I could go around it and go around it this side, and then from this side I could really push it in there too and have the copper really stick out the front, okay? Just takes some time. So then if I come on this side, and if I put that paper under there again and just kept going back and forth and tooled it from the front and the back and the front and the back, I could just keep making this copper really pop out. Okay, maybe I could put this inside there too. All right, so you can see, hopefully, I know it's a little hard to see on the video, but you get the point that it's pretty deep in there. All right, maybe, you know, it just really, the copper can really stretch. All right, so that was just a couple other ideas that if you wanted to try some different things, different textures. All right. And then, you know, I want you guys all just to do it wherever you're at. Like I know that some of you are younger, some of you are older. We all have different experience and different levels that we're at with our art. I have like 6-year-olds all the way to 70-year-olds in this copper class. And, you know, they all do it at their own, where they're at. Okay, so sometimes it's a little harder, sometimes it's not. Just do your best, okay? And just enjoy the experience and trying something new, you know? All right, so now I have a popsicle stick. If you guys have other things laying around your house, maybe a popsicle stick or like a little tree branch, you know, like a little limb, or I don't know, there's so many things to try. You can even try different tools to do different things too, okay? So I'm going to pause with that. I'm going to show you how to transfer your design real quick. So let's say you choose a design that you like, and which one do I want to go with? I think I'll do this. So, you know, you have your designs that you drew out, so take one and cut it out. So you cut it out of the paper, and then you can put it over your copper. My little sketches were smaller, but you guys are going to be the same size as your notebook. All right, so yours is going to fit the notebook like this. So you're going to cut out your design from your paper like this, and then you're going to take it and put it on top of your copper, and then take a pen, and actually depending, like if I make this, if I take a pen and I draw around this, hold it real still, if I draw around this, push kind of hard, then it's going to make a little indentation, so it'll show you where to do your copper tooling. Here, I draw around it nice. Let's see, let me just do this so you know what I'm talking about. Draw around it like this. I'm just going to do some of the lines because I kind of know where they're going. okay? And I can see it from this side, all right? And so then I'm going to tool it. And because I want my copper to be, I want the lines to pop out on the front, I'm going to do the back side, right? So I'm going to go around this line first, and here we have it, see? This little ridge. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go around all my lines first. And maybe when I'm done, I will write something on it. Just be careful. Okay, so okay, so you can see the design going on there. And now I want to double these up, all right? So I'm going to take my time and just make some more lines. You know, and then when you make straight lines, you know, you can use a ruler or something too if you want to. Okay, and let's see, I wonder if this will help push this down. So the lines that I want down, I can go around with my paper stump, and I can push the ones that I want to go in. Okay, so if I want the inside here to go in, I can just push this in a little bit. I just realized that I didn't have my foam underneath there, so put that underneath there, makes it a lot easier, okay? So I'm just going to keep working my design back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to try some different tools so that I can really push this in. And then when I'm completely done, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to tool it, you know, I'm going to do the front, I'm going to turn it over, and go back and forth, try different things, like this. Maybe go around this side. Okay. I'll just keep going around the pattern here until I like it. And then when I'm completely done, what I'll do is I'll take the little sticky, these little papers come off of here, and that's the tape, okay? Then I'll line it up real nice and stick it down. Okay, and pretend like all 4 of them were off. And then when you're completely done, so that these edges are a little bit pushed down, you can take like a pencil maybe and just push this down, okay? So it's not as sharp. Take the time to do it, because that way it'll be nice and bent over, okay? Let's go around and do that, all right? And I'll do that with mine. And then you'll have your nice little copper notebook, all right? And the second thing you need to be thinking about is another design to put on your box, all right? So I think this will keep you busy, and you know, really think about your design first, and then also try some texture with different things laying around your house or outside. and maybe use some other tools. Maybe you could use like a hammer or just rubbings. Do rubbings is real fun. And you could add these. You could just do some rubbings and put those on your notebook too. All right, and you could write something here. And I don't remember if I said, but remember, if you say, if you're gonna, like, well, I was gonna write inspire, I would write it on this side and backwards. Okay, so it would be like, let me just show you. So make sure I would write it on this side, backwards, if I want it to pop out this side. Okay? All right, guys, have fun, and I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.